Magandang oras mga ka-art lover, magandang araw sa lahat. Ang ating episode ngayon ay tungkol kay dating Senador Juan Ponce Enrile kasi siya ay nakarating na sa kanyang edad. Ang kanyang edad ngayon ay 100 years old na at napaka importanteng malaman natin kung ano ang mga sekreto niya kasi yung utak niya ay ganun pa rin nung kabataan niya. Wala siyang Alzheimer disease. Kaya good vibes muna tayo ngayon. Atin panoorin ang mga sekreto kung paano magiging centennial man. Kasi yan naman ang gusto ng lahat na makarating sa kanyang edad, sa mga kalalakihan o kahit sa mga kababaihan. Kaya narito si Juan Ponce Enrile sa kanyang kapanayam kay Corina Sanchez. Atin panoorin.
I was born almost at the turn of the century. I was 1924. Aguinaldo was still alive. Agrippa was alive. Lapu-Lapu was still being talked about. That is why nobody can argue with me. I became a fisherman, I became a farmer, I became a road worker, I became a lumberjack, anything. I never wore a pair of shoes or slippers until I was 21. Kung mahirap ka, para bang wala kang kwentang tao.
Naramdaman din po ninyo yun?
Nararamdaman ko yun. Parang alipin ang feeling mo ba? At tinitingala mo yung mga magaganda ang damit, nakasapa, nakatsinelas, nakasapatos dahil kami wala kami mga sapatos, wala kami mga tsinelas.
Nakapaa?
Yung talampakan namin ay magkakapal. Buy bread and eggs for their breakfast across the town. I saw some soldiers.
Grabe pala itong experience ni Juan Ponce noon, no? Kasi 1920s pa ito nang isinilang. So ang panahon na noon ay wala pa yatang nagbenta ng tsinelas. Ang mga tsinelas noon ay imported. Ang sinusuot-suot natin ay mga bakya sandals gawa galing sa kahoy. Kasi 1920s pa yun eh. Muntik na nito maabutan si Jose Rizal. Kaya kahit sabi niya na nakapaalang sila, hindi natin masabi kaagad na mahirap na klaseng tao kasi halos lahat naman ng tao noon ay nakapaa kasi imported nga itong mga tsinelas at ang mga sapatos ay ganoon din, mga imported at sobrang mahal ang mga sapatos na itong handmade. Kaya nagkasya na lang mga tao noon sa magpapaa, magsuot lang ng wala kundi yung sariling paa mo, ilalakad mo at minsan ka lang makapagsuot ng sapatos at sinilas.
With their motorcycle, 4 of them parked. And they were different from our soldiers. I was looking at them, and they were looking at me. I was probably the first person, Filipino, to see the Japanese.
Japanese. I don't doubt that.
And then
Oh.
I finally realized that, oh, these are the Japanese already because there was talk about war. Then all of a sudden I heard the rumbling sound. When I looked eastward, I saw a long line of trucks and tanks with motorcycles ahead of them. And then I went back to my boss, to the mayor. I told him, Apo, nandito na yung mga Hapon.
Grabe, talagang naabutan niya yung kapanahonan ng Hapon. Ang mga Hapon yata ay dumaong diyan sa Pangasinan 1941 ay ang mga barge at iba pang barko ay dumaong diyan. Kaya nabigla ang mga tao diyan sa Luzon. Bakit? Napakaraming tangke de gera, motorsiklo, at napakaraming sundalong Hapon. Dahil diyan ang plano na entrance sa Pangasinan Dumaong diyan sa Luzon. Kaya una talagang nagkaputukan diyan sa Luzon. Kaya si Juan Ponce ay binata na ng panahon na yon. At hindi natin alam, ang asawa pala nito ay napakaganda. Hindi natin alam, dito sa bidyong ito makikita natin ng kanyang asawa, isang half Spanish yata o American. Kasing ganda ng artista. Kaya tingnan natin hanggang dulo ang bidyong ito.
Clear in your mind after the war that you wanted to be a lawyer.
My ambition was to be an engineer. I cannot describe to you my feeling when my case was dismissed. I was so angry, but I could not do anything. I was powerless. And the judge dismissed my case because I did not have any lawyer. Lahat ng mga kalaban ko, mga anak ko, mga members ng Board of Trustees ng eskwela. So, ako, initsakweran pa. Ganito pala ang buhay ng mga nahihirap.
Natatalo sa kaso.
Walang justisya. I decided to become a lawyer.
And you became UP College of Law cum laude.
Grabe, ang galing pala nito.
I arrived in Malabon with my father already. He did not allow me to go back to Santa Mesa anymore. He brought me to Malabon, and that was my first time to meet my sister Armida, Irma, Alfonso Jr., and Armando. The eldest among them was not there. She was living in San Juan with her grandparents, and I met her later on. And so I stayed. I never went back to my half sisters again. I stayed in Malabon. My father taught me how to drive a jeep, and I became also I was a helper in the house. Ako taga-igib ng tubig,
Pa rin, even during law school.
I was the mechanic, I was the man Friday of my father. I used to accompany him already going to the courtroom because magulo noon eh. Nag-uumpisa na yung mga komunista na mga union.
Grabe pala tong pinagdaanan ni Juan Ponce, no? Nag-umpisa siya sa isang mahirap na kalagayan. Merong panahon na nagiging itong helper sa bahay ng mayor. At yung kanya palang ama ay merong katungkulan sa korte. Kaya hindi talaga mahirap ang pinanggalingan ni Juan Ponce. Kasi yung kanyang ama ay, kung hindi yan attorney, ay clerk sa korte kasi nagtatrabaho sa korte. At ang maganda kay Juan Ponce ay jack of all trades. Kasi marunong siyang magmekaniko, marunong siyang mag-lumberjack, marunong siyang mag-plumbing. Lahat ng ginagawa ng isang blue-collar job ay ginagawa niya. Kaya ito, nag-survive. Kasi ayaw niyang maging mahirap kasi nakikita niya na sa pagiging mahirap ay inaapi ka na parang alipin.
Unionized na. And my father was a lawyer of big companies. Then she became more friendly to me. And that is where I started to court my wife.
Unang tingin pa lang, was it love at first sight?
I said, this is going to be my wife.
Ito na yon. Ito na yung kanyang asawa. Ang ganda-ganda, oh. Tangos ng ilong. Gaston yata ang apelyido nito. So kung Gaston, Espanyol itong kanyang asawa. Kung ikumpara natin ngayon, ito'y artistahin na ito. Kaya pala humaba ang buhay ni Juan Ponce dahil hindi lang maganda, mabait pa tong kanyang naging asawa.
I married my wife And there were only 30 people in our wedding in Sampaloc. I started a family. I lived with my father. Then after 2 months in Malabon, we transferred to our first house. Was in the Film Life subdivision in Quezon City.
What is the best thing about Ma'am Cristina as a wife?
Well, she was pretty, very young. She was 20 years old. I was 33 na ako rin. Kolehiana, for St. Paul's.
Aba,
So, ayun.
What is the
Kolehiyala,
secret?
oh.
You're still together.
Husband and wife, normally have some spats, but we talk things over and things are quieted down. But I love my wife, so she loves me. So we're married for 68 years. You marry a woman and live with her for 68 years, that is true love. I went to the campaign for his nomination, he won. And then campaigned for the presidency, he won, and then he became president. He wanted me to be Undersecretary of Justice. It was taken over by Ding Dong because it was asked by Inyang Lopez from him. I said, by all means, give it to him. He wanted me, he offered me all kinds of positions. I declined because I did not really want to go to the government service until finally I went to Malacanang. He asked me to take my oath as Undersecretary of Finance. And from there, I became Undersecretary of Finance, and Chairman of the Philippine National Bank, became Insurance Commissioner, Customs Commissioner. I became Secretary of Justice. I became a member of the Monetary Board. I became Chairman of the Monetary Board. Then until I ended up in National Defense, where I stayed for 16 years.
Tinatanong ng marami, ano po daw ang sikreto ninyo maliban sa mga bagay na binanggit nyo? Sa pagkain po ba? Kahit na ano pwede nyo kainin?
Ako may hilig sa hilig ng lahat ng mga lalaki.
aba. Ang totoo niyan, sa ibang interview ni Juan Ponce Enrile, ang paborito niya talagang pagkain noon at hanggang ngayon ay saluyot. Yung saluyot, yung parang okra, di ba? Yan pala yung makapagpahaba ng buhay, kaya kain na tayo ng saluyot, mga cart lover. At sabi niya rin kung anong gusto ng kalalakihan, yun. Yun ang gusto niya, kaya kinakain niya eh. May pagkapilyo din pala to si Juan Ponce. Balik tayo sa video.
Ano po yun, hamburger?
My favorite song is To All the Girls I Loved Before.
Wow! Yun yung pala kaya ang kinis ng mukha ninyo. Nagtataka po ang iba. Marami po ba kayong pinapahid sa mukha ninyo?
Alam mo, kailangan ang tao, yung utak mo, kagaya ng muscles mo yan. You have to exercise it every day. And that is why I have memorized the longest poem there is in literature.
Wala po kayong cellphone. Wala kayong cellphone.
Wala akong cellphone, hindi ako marunong mag-dial.
Wala.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
Yeah, I regret that my daughter, and I was so protective of her, and I did not want her to leave me and go abroad.
Oh, okay.
But maybe, in a sense, maybe it's good that I restricted her, and now she has become resilient. She can take care of herself. That's one thing. When you come from my beginning, early on you develop self-confidence because you have to survive. And to survive, you must use your head, use your all kinds of things.
Ayan, yan ang mga payo galing kay Juan Ponce Enrile. Na to survive, you have to use all the means. Yung utak, yung ulo, yung skills. At dito naman sa kanyang pamilya, kita naman natin mga mistiso. Mistisa yung kanyang mga anak dahil 50% na Espanyol itong asawa niya. Kaya meron siyang regret sa isa sa kanyang mga desisyon tungkol sa isa sa kanyang anak na dalaga na hindi niya pinapunta sa abroad dahil sa pagprotekta niya. Maganda naman yan. There is a positive side at negative side ng pagiging protective parents. So yan, narinig natin sa dakila at ang ating Centennial Man, Juan Ponce Enrile. Kung nagustuhan niyo ang ating video, pag-like and subscribe sa ating video. Hanggang sa muli mga ka-art lover. Ako'y magpaalam na. God bless us all.